Hello everyone, this is JC, Liang, Sandy, Jillian, and Yelena. Through the entire presentation, we are going to demonstrate the evaluation system that we designed and presenting how it works and the benefits for Global Sustainable Tourism Council. First of all, I will start from our geographic scope that we focus on, which is the hotels in Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is located in the heart of the North America's most affluent customer market. Niagara Falls is a dynamic internationally owned city with a prosperous business community with one of the biggest transactional waterfalls in the world. Because of its advantageous geographical location, tourism industry has been extremely popular in the city for years and years. Therefore, in order to take advantage of the geographical location, hundreds of hotels are built in the last year to attract travelers throughout the world. With the boost of the hotels, competitions has become very intense between hotel groups. I have some facts here. The population in Niagara Falls will be considered 82,997, with a land area of 212 square kilometers. Niagara Falls will have around 12 million travelers every year, and they have quick access to 56 of the North American industry marketplace. According to the report from local government, business and pleasure travelers enjoy the growing number of accommodation options when staying in Niagara Falls. So we think our marketing system will make hotel have a better competitiveness by evaluating the sustainable conditions.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm going to talk about corporate social responsibility and sustainability as it applied to hotel industry. Taking consideration on sustainability and CSR is necessary and significant in hotel industry. Sustainability can be defined as a process that satisfies the needs of contemporary generations without affecting future descendants. Well, sustainability refers to preserving resources for future generations. CSR speaks to an organization's role to act morally, legally, and ethically towards the environment and society. According to United Nations, corporate social responsibility is a management concept whereby companies integrate social and environmental concerns in their business operations and interaction with their stakeholders. And the reason why taking into consideration on sustainability and CSR is necessary and significant is because the productivity of the global environment is becoming unsustainable. Also, the environmental carrying capacity will not be able to sustain human consumption. Therefore, the companies not only need to take responsible for earnings, but also is responsible for environment. In terms of hotel industry, hotels use large amounts of energy to keep guests cool in hot temperatures, and also as the equal large amounts of energy to keep them warm during the winter. And even in some destinations, hotels place an additional and sometimes unsustainable demand on local water resource and generate large quantities of food and packing waste. However, according to Clever at 2007, the hotel industry has been purchasing green practice since 1990s due to the fluctuating economic levels and a strong focus on customer service. As a result, to implement CSR and sustainability will definitely bring more benefits to hotels. And I'm going to give you some examples of the sustainable measures in hotels. Sheraton on the Niagara Falls achieved eco initiatives such as the water conservation programs and energy conservation programs, and the Holiday Inn on King in Toronto. They did installation of low-flow shower heads and faucet aerators. As a result, they have saved $14,852 per year. The Fairmont Royal York in Toronto, they have saved over $200,000 annually through the energy conservation program. and also the Holiday Inn in North Vancouver, British Columbia. They have saved about 16,000 annually and reduced 28% of its energy consumptions through the installing an in-room energy management system.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I'm going to talk about our framework. So we've created a framework named Responsible Hotel. The purpose of the framework is to evaluate and measure sustainability and cooperate socially responsible for Niagara Falls Hotel. So there is 3 sections that you can see from the PowerPoint, which are client, profit, and people. So let's get started from the client, which is most important section in our framework. So as you can see, it is including 5 subsections, which are water conservation, energy conservation, recycling and waste management, carbon footprint, and responsible sourcing. So let's move on in profit section. We mainly focus on economic measures in order to ensure economical growth with evaluating and measuring elements such as return on investment to shareholders and owners, and the benefits that the organization provides to the society, such as the amount of job they provide. Lastly, that the organization maximizes profits based on successfully operating CSR and sustainability program. So let's move on to the last section, which is the people. So we divided it into 3 subsections, which are philanthropic, legal, and ethic. In philanthropic, we encourage hotels to have volunteer program and humanitarian efforts. What is more, we have to evaluate and measure whether the organization upholding to proper legal standards. For example, we can check whether the rules and the regulation is being followed or not by the hotel. So in ethic section, we will evaluate the hotel whether or not has the awareness of environmental sustainability. For example, is there any renewable resources that are being used in the hotel? What is more, we also will take considerations on civil rights and adopting moral values for the hotel. For example, is there any discrimination among the connoisseurs or even to the customers in the hotel? So, example like, do connoisseurs respect each other in the hotel, like ethical issue? So, after that, Anina will explain the more on client section. Is an example like, do every connoisseurs respect each other in the hotel, like ethical issue?
Hello, my name is Yelena. I'm going to be expanding on the Green Evaluation Program, which is basically an expansion on the planet aspect of our framework. So the first section would be the carbon footprint management. So we're going to be evaluating hotels based on their goal to reduce carbon footprints. An example of that would be the sourcing that they do, whether it be local or whether they're sourcing from other locations. And then also their carbon offset programs. So whether they've set goals, how they're tracking carbon emissions, and what they're doing to lower their carbon emission. The next section would be recycling and waste management. As we all know, hotels tend to use quite a bit of waste. We will be evaluating these hotels based on their waste reduction program, so the efforts that they're making to reduce that waste. So something that they could do would be implementing automatic faucets with an electric sensor to reduce the amount of water that they're using. And recycling programs. So are the employees educated on the recycling programs? Are they actually using a recycling program? The next section would be energy conservation. We will be evaluating hotels based on whether they're using green technology. Some examples of green technology would be power controlled by room key. So the guest enters the room, they must insert their room key into a slot, and this powers the electricity in the room. When the guest leaves, the electricity goes out, therefore saving energy. Another example would be escalator power saver, automatically slowing down with no passengers. So again, the same concept of reducing the energy use when it's not in use. Another thing that we'll be evaluating based on energy conservation will be renewable sources. So whether they're using renewable sources such as solar energy or various other renewable sources. Last but not least, the water conservation aspect of the Green Evaluation Program will be based on water conservation systems, and some examples of how hotels can conserve water would be laundry, buying a washing machine focusing on good water consumption ratings, using colder water versus hotter water, and housekeeping, conducting a program of linen reuse. So also encouraging guests to recycle their towels in their room to avoid from having to do linen as much as possible. This will outline the ranking that the hotels can receive based on our green and CSR evaluation framework. So in order for a hotel to achieve the top ranking, the platinum ranking, 95% of these measures will be achieved, and they will be leaders in the industry. So they're coming up with new innovations that are leading green and CSR measures. The golden ranking will be achieved if 80% of the tasks are achieved. The silver would be if 60% were achieved, and the bronze, being the lowest, would be 40%. Now we'll have Jillian talk about how this is relevant to the global tourism sustainability.
Hi, I'm Jillian. Let me introduce how responsible hotel related to our industry partner, which is the Global Sustainable Tourism Council. The GSTC serves as an international body for establishing and managing standards for sustainable tourism. Responsible hotels can support your organization to promote the widespread adoption of global sustainable tourism standards, and to ensure the tourism industry continue to drive conservation and poverty alleviation. One of your objectives is creating universal principles, and the Responsible Hotels framework just perfect to you. It sets the unified and universal standards of CSL and sustainability measures for the hotel industry. It will be the uniform evaluation system customer refer to when choosing a hotel to see which have the highest rating in terms of sustainable and CSR. Also, it's very helpful for media, travel agents, and tourism companies to recognize sustainable and the CSR measures, and eyes in their choosing of sustainable tourism promotion. It can be the common guideline for hotel sustainable and CSR measures for hotels of any size. Because of the standards, hotels have the competition that encourage innovation and improvement. In addition, it's very helpful to promote the GSTC and increasing membership sign-up. Most importantly, it creates a reputation for GSTC. With the help of your global reach and reputation, I believe we can create universal standards for sustainability and CSL measures. And in conclusion, to increase the awareness of sustainability for customers, the hotel and the organization should have green and CSR evaluation program, and our framework is the best. And that's our reference, and thanks for your listening.